is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here for the launch of one of my kits, one of my more recent kits. It's called King Street and it's in my shop. And I'm doing a launch of it now because it's not my autumn themed kit, but it is quite autumnal, you know, colours and things like that. So I thought that it was an appropriate time to bring it along. It's now the third kit that I've kind of shown, you know, with some autumn colours, let's just say. So yeah, I'm going to move all this stuff across. I just kind of like to pile all these laces and things on top of papers because they just look so pretty, don't they? I mean, it just looks scrumptious when you kind of do that. But I'm going to move them out of the way and I'll just show you what you get with the kit. So again, it's one of my smaller size kits that you buy in the kind of two separate parts. Again, as I kind of say all the time, I like to do those because they really give the best degree of flexibility. You know, you don't then have to buy an entire great big kit if you don't want it. You can just buy either the papers or the ephemera parts. You get JPEG version of the files and also a PDF version of the files. And yeah, I think that's kind of all that you need to know. So I'm going to show you the background pages first. I'm so sorry, I've just been doing some coffee dyeing and now I've sploshed coffee, you know, in places. So you get the following background pages. I'm just going to show you these. Now these have all been printed on, I think it's 230 GSM paper / card, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure whether you would class this as paper or card, but it's thicker and it's photo quality, so it really is, you know, absolutely gorgeous to print on. So I'm just going to run you through the background pages that you get, and as you can see, I mean, they're just the most beautiful, rich, oh, just yummy scrummy colours, to be honest. And you know, hopefully you can kind of see why I just thought actually, you know, this kit also is highly suitable for use in an autumn themed journal. So I will just kind of run you through the pages. Lots of kind of darks and, you know, lovely blacks and, you know, golds and rich, very rich colours. Butterflies and these just beautiful flowers. We've got the bird and some frames and things. I mean, I love images like this. Okay, here's some, you know, vintage paperwork with some florals on it. And you've got this one. And then you've got kind of quite a plainish one, which is always really handy to have. And then, of course, you get your neutral coffee dyed background page as well, which you can then use to kind of back tags and things like that. Or, of course, you could run it through double-sided if you wanted to have all of your pages kind of printed double-sided with the coffee dyed on the back. That's quite handy and quite useful to have. So yeah, I might actually do that myself with my own, you know, with this version. So that's all the background papers, and then the ephemera part of the kit. So you get these very large kind of journal cards. There's 4 on this page. Again, I've backed them onto this dark colour so that if you cut around them, you can cut around them with a border. You know, and then to be honest, I think, you know, you could just get away with, you know, printing this with the coffee dyed sheet on the back. And then you could print this and then you could literally just run a stitch around the edge of there. Maybe just stick a butterfly on there kind of with its wings kind of flapping. And that would make a stunning journal card, you know, really simple and easy. So perhaps we'll do a couple of those, you know, in a minute. So you get some more big journaling cards. Again, they've got the background page, but this time slightly lighter version. You've got some paperwork here with the bird, and then you've got a slimmer piece as well. And then here you've got some circular pieces and a sort of plainish oval. That's for journaling, obviously. So yeah, my least favourite thing, this one, cutting out all these circles and things, but you know, they do look nice, don't they? Well, if you can cut them out, okay. And then you've got the journal cards but shrunk down, so that's those. Then you've got this page here with some more kind of shaped pieces and, you know, pieces that you can layer up. You can make toppers and things like that for pockets and, you know, various different things. You've got a little banner, a tag, and yeah, just some nice shaped pieces. And then you've got those 2 pages also shrunk down, so you've got smaller versions of them. You know, because I think it's nice to have a variety of sizes. And then you've got this page as well, which I absolutely just love. with these larger journal cards with the birds, and then you've got lots of fussy cut butterflies that you can use, obviously, you know, dotted around in the, you know, in your project. So that's the whole kit. So as I say, it's 2 separate purchases. You've got the ephemera parts and the background pages. But yeah, I hope that you really like it. It's really, really pretty. Now, I'm in the process of coffee dyeing my, you know, my version of the kit here. So I'm just waiting for these to dry, and then I'm going to hopefully, I'm hoping to actually bind a journal, and we'll come back and we'll do kind of a couple of little bits and pieces on a journal. In the meantime, should we just do maybe one of those journal cards that I just said about, just to kind of demonstrate just how absolutely quick and effortless this would be to make, you know, something that really would look quite kind of attractive, but with like absolute minimal effort. So for instance here, just going to cut around this journal card. So as you can see, it's got the natural border that, you know, you've printed the border there. So I'm just going to cut that down on this side because the border's slightly bigger. Okay, like that. Now obviously this is white on the back because, you know, I haven't sort of double-side printed it or anything. I wish I had. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue it down onto this coffee dyed sheet. So let's just take that. Oops. Oh gosh, so sorry. Oh, first time I've used my glue today, so yeah, it was protesting, obviously. Oh, it does like to make its feelings known, doesn't it? Right, so we're just going to pop that down there. Get my glue spreader and just spread that out on here. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut that down. Like that. Okay, and then along here. I mean, I quite like a thick journal card, so, you know, because you could have just coffee dyed, obviously, this. You know, and then you wouldn't have had to back it at all. I mean, you don't have to back it on this coffee dyed paper. You can back it on anything that you like. I just thought that I would kind of demonstrate, you know, how it's going to look. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this to my sewing machine. Oh gosh, look at what I've done here. That's not very good, is it? No, it's not. Okay, well, never mind. Too late now. I had this horrible feeling that I hadn't kind of lined it up at the back. Oh well, never mind. Right, that's fine. So, yeah, I mean, we'll link it afterwards and that will just disguise that. But all I'm going to do is take it to my sewing machine, and you see here where you've got the border line, I'm going to just try and stitch around that border line. I mean, when I say I'm going to stitch around it, obviously I'm using that term very loosely. I'm just literally meaning I'm going to stitch vaguely in the vicinity of that line. And then we'll come back and I'm just going to just pop one of those fussy cut butterflies on. And it will just sort of demonstrate just how very quickly and easily you can kind of do a journal card from this. And then hopefully my papers will be a bit drier and we can kind of do something in terms of a journal. So hold on. Okay, so I'm back from the sewing machine and I couldn't resist. I've just stitched this piece of lace on here as well. So I'm just going to quickly snip this down from the reverse. I don't know why I'm making such a meal of this, but it's just obviously a bit beyond my capabilities today. Oh goodness knows what's going on, but anyway, trim that down and a little bit from here. Okay, so that's that journaling card. Now if you can see, I didn't use black stitching because I wanted it to show up really nicely, so I used the white thread around there, and then we can just ink that up a little bit like that, and obviously that goes over that stitching and covers that nicely as well, so it's not kind of, I mean, it wasn't really looking like stark white, but you know, just in case. Go around the back, that just covers up that little mistake I made there with the misjudgment of the sticking. So I just quickly ink that up everywhere. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is just take a butterfly from the kit. So let me just bring in the ephemera part again. Oops. Okie dokie. And actually, I'm just thinking I could even put a little kind of label on there. Do I want to do that? I mean, I was trying to just be good and just have the butterfly, but actually now I'm thinking, let's do this. So let's just take this one down. Oh, let me put my glasses on because it's a little bit of an irregular shape. Hold on. Oh, come on. Yeah, this kit reminds me a little bit of the Savile Row kit in the kind of style of it, but it's obviously, you know, completely different colours and different themes. So, but it's very similar in that it's very rich colours and, you know, the dark sort of striking backgrounds and things like that. So, yeah, I'm hoping it's going to make a really lovely journal. Now, unfortunately, those pages aren't really dry yet. So I did try and dry them just now with my, you know, my heat tool. But to be honest, I'm too impatient and gave up after a few seconds. So, yeah, I shall have to come back. So I'll have to wait for them to dry and then come back when they have dried. And, you know, I'll bind the journal. I'll probably bind the journal off camera. Right, so I'm thinking like that. If I just ink this up. Okay. Like that. And then, to be honest, thinking we could have like a bow or something on here as well. So maybe we'll have it down there. Now, I've got some bows here ready, you know, my actual bows rather than digital ones. Thinking, could we have one of those on there? Like that. It's quite nice, isn't it? Might just ink this bow up a bit so it's a bit more vintagey looking. Okay, I don't know whether this is really quite the right colour bow, I've got to be honest. I think it would look better with a different one. Oh, isn't that annoying? Right, okay, let's just glue this one down so that I've actually done something that I was planning on doing today. Otherwise, this is just turning out into what a disaster this video is going to be. Right. So I'm just going to put that there. Again, not overly pressing it down because I want it to have a slight sort of raised, you know, heightened effect. So let me just see if I've got some more bows. Oh, right. Oh, how annoying. I'm going to have to just go into my little bows tray. Hold on a second. Just behind my desk. Yeah, I've got, yeah, definitely bows that are going to go much better on here. So yeah, oh, that's better, isn't it? I mean, sometimes it's easy to just grab the first thing you find, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, ultimately sometimes it's better to actually jump up from your chair jump up from your chair and find something that's a better match. So let's just pop this down like that on there. Okay, looking very cute, isn't it? Now, I'm just wondering whether I've got any of those tiny little pearls, which, again, I know for a fact that they're here, buried on my desk. But, of course, I can't now see them. They are definitely here. I've definitely not moved them since I last used them. But, yeah, they are obviously just not showing themselves at all. Oh, here they are. Right, okay. I knew I had them somewhere. Okay, so I'm thinking kind of a little row. And to be honest, these, I'm just going to glue these on with my wet glue. So I'm going to try and use this little pokey tool thing. I see other people do this. They make it look so easy. I'm probably going to just make it look like a disaster. But right, let's put 1, 2, 3 little dots down there. Now these are self-adhesive, these little pearls, but I know I've said these hundreds of times as well, but I mean, I just don't ever really kind of trust the glue to hold it permanently. So, you know, I'd rather just add a bit of my own glue Oh my goodness, I can't see. I cannot see at all if that's up the right way or not now. Ah, right. Let's get them all stuck down, and then I can move them around. Yeah, I'd rather kind of add a little bit more of my own adhesive and make sure they're actually going to be stuck down on a permanent basis than have them kind of dropping off, you know, 2 weeks down the line, which is how I sometimes find things like this to be. Right. Oh my goodness, put my glasses on. Yep, looking awful. Right, lucky I put my glasses on. Oh dear. Okay, let's just press them down. Okay, so that's them there. I mean, they just add a little bit of something, don't they? And that's it. That's that journaling card. So I mean, it came together absolutely just instant, didn't it? You know, just so quick and so easy, and it looks like such a pretty card, really. So yeah, so those are the types of things that we can obviously do with the kits. Now, as I say, I'm hoping to come back and do a little bit on a journal, so I will be back. Right, I'm back. So I have bound my journal. I picked a fabric cover which we had made during one of our mass making sessions, and I thought this deep red just kind of picked up the colours really nicely. And as you can see, I've just incorporated some of the patterned pages into the actual journal. So, and that's my centre page, which I just absolutely love, that centre spread. So I'm going to just put the journal to one side, and I thought probably a good place to start, and I know I've done this lots and lots of times before, but you know, it's always really good to have a kind of starting point, I think, when doing you know, journals like this, and especially kind of if they're themed and things, because sometimes, you know, it's easy to kind of then just lose track and, you know, go off at a tangent, really. So all I'm going to do, I'm just taking some sheet music, and I'm just going to do a snippet roll this way along. So yeah, this way up. Now I'm wondering, do I want this for my actual base, or would I prefer, to be honest, one of the patterned pages? The reason I'm saying that is because I just then suddenly thought, well, actually I probably want the most rigid paper on the bottom, don't I? So yeah, I probably would benefit from using a thicker page. So let me just have a look through my bits and see what page would be a good one. I might be better off with one of the more neutral ones, to be honest. So yeah, maybe I will use this, and then we'll kind of build on this, I think. So all I'm going to do is just cut this, or chop this down. Not really chop it, but tear it down to make a sort of base for my snippet. So let's just do that, and I'm just going to tear that down like that. Now obviously, as you can see, I mean, I've gone off kind of you know, jaggedy. That doesn't worry me at all. In fact, I quite like it. Who wants it straight after all? And I'm just going to tear it down again, then we can get hopefully lots of bits out of this one length. So yeah, I will start by just gluing these together so that I've got a nice long bit to use. So let's hope my glue is cooperating today. Okay, like that. Okie dokie, like that. Okay, right. Now I'm going to build these bits up with yeah, some sheet music, and I'm hoping I'm going to use some fabric in these snippet rolls as well. Yeah, maybe. Well, I hope that I'm going to be able to incorporate some fabric, so we'll see how we get on. Right. So I might just kind of go along, and I'm so sorry, it's really difficult to get this in frame, so let me just raise the camera slightly more. I mean, it's pretty much as high as it will go with regards to not being then pointing over the side of the desk, if you see what I mean. You know, it would go higher, but obviously then it's going to be over at the side and you won't actually see my craft mat. So yeah, it's tricky to get it just where you need it. So right, let's just tear this piece down. Okay. this one here. Then we'll have this one. I think to the side there. Okay. So I'm just going to, yeah, pop some along, you know, anywhere and everywhere. I'm going to have that there, but... Right, okay. Already I'm overthinking this. And, you know, the trick is not to overthink it, as I tell myself constantly. But, you know, if you're an overthinker by nature, it's very difficult not to, isn't it? So, yeah, let's get this one down. Oops. This is, you know, quite discoloured, this particular sheet music, which I love. You know, I really like the fact that it's a bit discoloured. It just adds so much to it. It's so much more interesting than being just plain and boring. So, yeah. Let's get this one down. Okay. Oh, it's now kind of resting on me. The end of the snippet roll is resting on me. I hope I don't get glue all over my dress. That will be the next thing. And then I'll go on the school run. I'll probably have a bit of a snippet roll stuck on me. Loads of glue stuck all over me. Oh dear. What a mess. Right, let's just pop this bit down. Yeah, I think it was the right decision to at least have the thickest part, you know, at the bottom of the snippet roll. I think, you know, it needed the thickest bit at the bottom. Right, I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. Right, now, I would like to have this quite an opulent snippet roll, if possible. So, just going to take a couple of the bits from here. Okey-dokey. Like that. Okay. And down there. Okay, right. So, yeah, I'm just going to cut a few bits out that I'm going to have as kind of centerpieces. So, actually, this one I'm wondering whether I might just prefer to cut the butterfly out, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm going to just cut that butterfly out. Okay. Like that. It's one of those really weird days today, you know, like when the weather's really still. That's all I can describe it as. It's one of those. I love those days. They have a sort of calmness about them, which is really nice, isn't it? You know, they just feel, yeah, nice and calm. Okay. There was loads of traffic outside my house this morning. I don't know whether there had been an accident, maybe further down the road. But yeah, I noticed that all the cars were kind of suddenly turning round, you know, to head back down the other way. So yeah, I can only assume there was an accident, or I don't know, something must have been blocking the road to make everyone want to turn round. I assume it's open now. That being said, I've only heard a few cars, so maybe it's only open to a certain point. I don't know. I'm not sure. Right, just cut out a few of these bits and pieces. Okie dokie. Like that. Okay. Oops. Should have done my cutting first, but obviously because I was kind of doing this, you know, together with you guys, I always think it seems a bit cheaty to do bits, you know, off camera. Although in hindsight, you know, it maybe me be a bit more fun for you guys rather than having to watch me just fussy cutting, which is probably, let's face it, not particularly fun for you. So yeah, it's always just a bit of a tricky kind of, oh, do I cut things out first or not? Okay. Right, just take this tag and cut that down. And this is that shrunk down page because, I mean, of course, obviously, you know, I don't want massive bits on my snippet roll. You know, I want them reasonably smallish. Okie doke. And this one. Okay. Right, let's get rid of some of these little bits from here. Oops. Oh, I seem to be making more mess than clearing up, to be honest. Let me just quickly finish my tea, get it off the desk. Okay. Right, okay. So we've got a few bits here, and I might just cut out this oval here, but I might leave the banner. Okay. So I'm just getting the oval rather than the kind of banner, you know, the ribbon banner type edgings. Okay. Oh my goodness. Made such a horrible job of cutting that. I know I say it all the time, but honestly, ovals, they're just, well, ovals and circles. Ovals and circles. They're just my worst possible things to cut out, I must say. Just horrible. Absolutely horrible things to cut out. So, yeah. Right, and I'm just going to take this here and this bottom bit so that I've got a couple of other kind of options. So I can tear some of this to pop onto the snippet roll. I mean, I'm tearing it because, you know, I do like those torn edges rather than just really boring straight edges. So yeah, let's tear that down like that. Okay. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, I'm loving it everywhere. Right, I might put it on here, thinking. Again, I mean, why am I overthinking this? This is just, you know, not something that's requiring overthinking, is it? But for some reason, I instantly go into, you know, oh, if I can possibly overthink this, I will kind of mode. Right, I've got some lace here beside me. So let me just trim down some of my lace. Again, it's that lace that's attached on the header piece, which I'm going to just tear the header piece off. I very rarely use it, you know, in its gathered form. I do sometimes, you know, there are occasions when I do use it in its gathered form, but I've got to be honest and say not that often, to be honest. More often than not, I tear it, you know, tear it off. Okay. So just get rid of these little scrappy edges. So it's a bit smaller as well. So I'm having it on here. Can't remember now where I was actually thinking I would have it. Okay, yeah. So like that, I think. Now, I'm just wondering, do I want to go around some of these bits with gold? So I've got, and I have got a video coming up using these, but it's not gone up yet. These Little Brian paint sticks. Now, I saw these first on Joey DeFee. She did a video using these, and I just thought they were fantastic. So yeah, I ordered myself a set, and I have got a video coming up soon where we, you know, we use them. So yeah, I'm not sure when that will be up, but it will be coming soonish. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this one down like that. Okay. Now, we could have that. We could have just a butterfly. Let's just cut out one of the butterflies here. Like that, okay. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I've used those paint sticks a few times now in other videos that, you know, they may have been up and they may not. I actually can't remember, I'm afraid. But yeah, I mean, in hindsight now, if I were buying the paint sticks now, I'd probably just buy the gold, to be perfectly honest. I don't know whether they sell just a gold or whether you have to buy the whole set. yeah, I wouldn't like to say, but presumably somebody does just, you know, individual paint sticks. So the gold one I absolutely love, love, love. The other colours, not really too sure that I'm going to use them particularly. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking probably if I was buying them, I'd just stick with the gold now. So yeah, I'm going to have that there. And then I think in the middle of my butterfly, I've got these tiny pearls. Oh, I hate using these. They're very tiny. But I'm going to put some of those in the centre of the butterfly. So let's just... Oh my gosh, I can barely see. I can barely see that butterfly. You know, that centre bit. Titchy, titchy, titchy. Right. Oh. Right, okay, let me just put my glasses on. This feels like I'm just doing like brain surgery. I mean, oh gosh, I don't want to insult any brain surgeons out there who clearly have done training for years and probably think this is nothing like brain surgery, but to me the intricacy of this feels a bit like it. Oh, right. I like to try and use my pokey tool thing here to put these down. I don't know why. I always think it looks kind of easier. Whether it is easier or not, I'm not too sure. It's not proven to be very easy. Oh gosh. Right, well that one's just stuck on my finger now, so we'll just do it like that. Okay, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right. Let's pop this one down. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh no, this is so tricky. This packet, wow, they're just going to take me like forever to use these up because they're so tiny. And yeah, I kind of dread using them, but I do like the look of them. They are very pretty when you do use them. But yeah, I do find them very, very, very fiddly. So that's that one. Can you just see that gold edging? It's really pretty, isn't it? And then I might just add a little flower on here. So I've got some florally trim. Might just add the flower coming out. Maybe down there. Just going to ink this up and see how it looks inked, whether it's better plain or inked. It's quite pretty either way, to be honest, isn't it? Not sure as the inking really added a lot to it. I think it would have been fine not being inked, but we'll go for that. Okay. Oh, how pretty does that look? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right. Okay, so that's that one. Then let's move to this one. Oh, might have to cut this actually out. Might be going to be too big to have it on the snippet roll. Let's just cut this down. So I've left things, you know, quite a bit on the sort of rectangular shape so that, you know, if you don't want to be doing with the fuzzy cutting like this, you can just use them, you know, on the rectangular pieces. Just really to give you kind of the most options. Because I know sometimes, you know, I can feel like I look at a sheet of like fussy cut type pieces and think, oh, really? You know, because they're all fiddly, they're all fussy items, you know, and sometimes you just crave some straightforward rectangles, don't you? And think, oh, give me something easy to cut, please. So hopefully you've got kind of the option here of, you know, some fussier pieces and some plainer pieces too. So let's just take this one down. Maybe like that, I think is quite nice. So again, I'm just going to ink around here, not ink, sorry. You know, gold edge around this. And then I might gold edge this piece as well. Can never have enough gold edging, I find. So yeah, I just gold edge this as well. Okay, Right. Was I having it on here? Honestly, can't even remember now where I was actually putting it. So I think I was putting it on there. I'm going to just get a bit of lace as well. Because I'm wondering if this time I might have a bit of lace coming out underneath. Well, that's quite nice, isn't it? So I'm going to just glue that down like that. Okay, in there, like that. Just put this piece over there. Let me just grab some of this little flower trim. I don't know whether I want this or not, but don't know unless we try, do we? So might as well just check if I want that. Well, I might just go for it without that, to be honest. So just going to pop this one down here, kind of off to the side a bit, and then I'm going to again try my best to use those little teeny weeny pearls. Why am I using these? That's just silly, isn't it? But what I thought we could do is just kind of edge off like 3 little pearls here. So, like, oh gosh, I should have pulled my glasses down again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Just going to use my fingers, and then I might move them around with that little pokey tool. Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, just flicking them around now everywhere. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Right, let me pull my glasses down again. Ooh. Oh, back to the brain surgery again here. Yay. Right, okay. Oh my gosh, come on. Come on, come on. Okay. So how cute does that look with those little pearls? They just finish it off really pretty, don't they? Now, this one here, you know, this banner type piece, what I thought we could do is kind of edge that. So I'm just going to edge it with the gold first, but I thought we could, not edge it, sorry, run some ribbon, like underneath it, or maybe even through it. We'll see if I can manage that. It's, it might just be beyond me. Let's just have a look. I have got that burlap, to be honest, so I mean we could even use some burlap, but yeah, might be better with ribbon. Oh, this might be very thick anyway. Oh, that looks so pretty though. Well, this was not what I was planning on doing with this at all, I've got to be honest, but I do really quite like how it looks. Let's just cut that down a bit more. Oh, I am quite liking that, it's got to be said. Yeah, that's not what I was intending on doing with this at all. But it does look really nice. So I'm just going to glue the oval on here. Okay, like that. Okie dokie. This piece. Right, and got some little flowers. Now, what do we think to that? Do we think that that does go or doesn't go? I mean, it's not perfect, it's got to be said, but the cover of that journal is in those red colours, so I think it will actually go really nicely with that cover. So let's just glue this one down like that. Okay. And I'm just going to put this little flower to the side. Oops, get that thread out of the way. How pretty does that look? Now, I was going to have some pearls, but now I've got that flower, the pearls might be, you know, like in the way. Because I probably, well, I guess I could have them running around there, or perhaps I'll have them there. I'm on a roll to yeah, get using some of these pearls, to be honest. I'm not on a roll. I'm on a mission. Not a roll. But hey, maybe by the end of the video I'll be on a roll using these. Maybe I will have, oh my goodness, got used to using them a bit better. Or a bit more. Come on. Oh, they're so fiddly. Oh, come on. Ah, I can't get this one to go down at all. So, right, let me bring in that pokey tool thing. Oh, it's just stuck on me because they have got that adhesive backing. The reason I don't really use that, I just don't really trust it, to be honest, to, you know, to stay glued down. So I always like to just glue them as well, or, you know, glue them instead of, really. Yeah, to make sure that they are going to stay put, you know, long term. That's if they ever actually make it down there in the first place, which of course they're not at the moment. Oops. Nearly had a double one there on the flower. Oh my gosh. Right, well, I've made a little bit of a hash of that one, but anyway, got there in the end. Oh, that's such a shame because I really had intended on using the ribbon, but yeah, I mean, I could, I suppose, do it with this one. If I cut those bits off, we could do it. Let me just see what it would look like with this butterfly. This butterfly might be going to be too big, but let's have a look. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's so still out there, which is making me think that something has happened down my road and the traffic still can't get down there, because I mean, normally there would be traffic noise, you know. I mean, I live on quite a busy road, and yeah, there would normally be traffic noise of some sort. The fact it's very quiet makes me just think, you know, it's only open for access to maybe like one side road or a couple of side roads or something. You know, you can't actually get down the road at all, and that would just explain why it's so quiet, wouldn't it? Otherwise, that's just very strange indeed. Very strange. Right. So I was thinking like that. Do we think that butterfly is just too monstrous on there? Or do we think it looks okay? I have got this flower trim. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that flower trim. What am I talking about? What? I've got that huge flower trim that I was thinking I would put on there. Yeah, that's just going to fit on there like a glove, isn't it? Oh dear. What was I thinking? Did you see the size of that? Huge. Absolutely huge on there. Right, let's pull in one of these tiny flowers then instead. A little bit more the size of the oval. Could have, oh, I don't know. That's quite nice. Oh, that's quite nice actually. Trying to make sure I've still got some sheet music visible because, you know, of course I have put it on there for a reason. Right, I'm getting rid of these. Oops. And then I'm going to try and add some ribbon to this. So just going to add this paint stick again. I just thought the gold touches go really nice on this kit because it's got quite a rich gold kind of feel to it. So yeah, I think it kind of goes really nicely with the rich gold colours. Right. Oh, sorry about this. I'm just trying to reach in my... Oh my gosh, my ribbon box behind me. Sorry, I'm going to have to leave the desk and actually move my body to try and get some. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to reach, but yeah, it was just a little bit too far. Oh, where's that gone? Right. So yeah, I was thinking kind of more have it on actual ribbon. Like that. Looks quite pretty, doesn't it? Oops. Yeah, okay. Right, now, just going to check. What we could do is have the ribbon like doubled over, That might be just too big, to be honest. Let me just see how it looks when it's kind of doubled over and squish that down. Oh, but then it looks a little bit boring, doesn't it, without that? I'm thinking, could I do with my little slot punch, you know, this slot punch. Oh, this is going to be massive. Oh, this is a shame, isn't it? Right, this is going to be too big, I think. Too big for that oval. Well, let's try it anyway. So, right. Okay, so I've got my 2 slots in there. And then what I'm thinking, I know they are really big, but I wonder if they do those slot punches smaller. Oh, that's just probably very extravagant, to be honest, but yeah, I mean, I don't use it that much that I need to have a smaller one, but right. So I'm thinking kind of, could we have it like that? Or we could, oops, do that. Which I always quite like that sort of appearance. That's quite nice, isn't it? That is quite nice. Yeah. Okay, so I quite like it like that. Oh, sorry about the bottom. Obviously, my daughter had, you know, been playing with this paper or card before I had printed. So, yeah, I was just using some scraps that she'd been, well, not really scraps, but, you know, pieces that she'd been mucking about with. She's so extravagant. She just, you know, she will just use card. And I'm always saying to her, oh, please don't use that. You know, the card's really quite pricey. Can you just stick to the paper, please? I mean, she's got her own books, but of course, you know what kids are like. Why look for your own when you've got sort of a whole bunch sat there of somebody else's? Yep, that's what she's like. Right, now, is this just really weird? Oh my gosh, flicking this around now everywhere. Oh, come on. Got glue threads just stuck all over me, so I do apologise. Ah, they're very frustrating. Right. Oh, then we're going to cover up the whole, you know, the whole of this. Oh, look! Little did I realise that I had a bigger one sat there. Oh, that is very annoying. Why did I not notice that? So now I'm thinking, I wonder if I could put a couple of slots in this one and actually have these layered up. I mean, it would then kind of cover up my sheet music. So, you know, maybe it would not be then ideal to have on here as a cluster, but it would be quite nice. Oh, that's really nice. Right, okay, let me go around this one with some gold. Honestly, I didn't even realise I had that. I mean, I've just that second cut it out. How could you not realise that you've got something that you cut out only 10 minutes before? That's just how my brain works or doesn't work. Oh dear. Right, let's put the slot punch. 1 and 2. Okay, yeah. Okay, right, let me just try this now. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah. Quite liking how that looks. Now just see. Oops, see if I turn it upside down, whether those flowers kind of run in a different way. So we get like more flowers. Yeah, can you hear traffic outside? Like something's just turned around, doesn't it? Sounds like something's turned around. No, it sounds like a lorry, to be honest, has just turned around. So yeah, there's definitely been obviously an accident or something. Right, okay. So I need to be careful here. So I'm going to just glue here like that. And then hopefully get that roughly where it needs to be. Pop my ribbon through. Yay. Right. Okay, let's make my ribbon slightly smaller now, because it's quite big, isn't it? Do you know, I'm now thinking, why didn't I do it like that? Dovetail snip. That's better, isn't it? Didn't have much to play with there, so it's a little bit on the short side, but short, stumpy dovetail. That's fine. It's fine. Right. And then I'm thinking the butterfly there. What do we think? Oh my goodness, that took some time to get to that, didn't it? Oh, it was just that, you know, when you kind of then sometimes get it in your mind, it's hard to then, you know, not do what you've got in mind, isn't it? Oh, that sounds now like an Amazon driver. Honestly, I seem to constantly have Amazon come into the house. If I'm not ordering something, the kids are ordering things, and constantly at my house. Well, they could be at the neighbour's house, to be honest, because I think they are pretty often having deliveries as well. Right, do we like it with the lace? It does need lace, doesn't it? I've just got this little bit here. I'm just going to see. Oh, that's quite pretty. Right, let's just see. Well, whatever it is, it sounds like they've left it. So they either went to my neighbours or they've just left it anyway. I didn't hear the bell. Oh, they're really good, those Amazon delivery drivers. You know, they just do tend to leave things, which is brilliant. You know, Royal Mail, they're so annoying because they just take things back to their, you know, sorting office place. And then, you know, you don't know when they're open, and they're often not open. You know, they seem to have very strange hours. And, yeah, it's really, really annoying. I don't know why they can't just leave the stuff like all the other delivery people now do. You know, it seems like they're the only ones who still insist on taking the stuff away. And, you know, all it does is leads to you having to go down to the, you know, the collection office to go and pick up your parcel. It's very annoying. But thankfully, Amazon don't seem to use Royal Mail. Occasionally, things come from Amazon, I think, when they're like a third-party seller. You know, like sometimes things seem to come direct from the seller. Not very often, but just occasionally. And, you know, then they may... Oh, it's quite nice actually in the middle. It's kind of thinking off to the side, but quite like it in the middle. Let's do that. Right. Okay. So again, I'm not pressing it too hard. I'm trying to have that 3D effect going on. Oh, and then are we going to try those little pearls in the centre? Oh, are we? Are we? Or are we just fed up and bored of trying to use those now? I'm just going to see if I've got another one of those red flowers handy, because, you know, that red flower looked really quite pretty, didn't it? And it would be just quicker and easier to use than the pearls. Oh, and of course I haven't got one here handy. I have got more of them, but yeah, again, it would just involve me standing up and moving from my desk, which I'm obviously just in a really lazy mood because I can't be bothered to do that at all. Got that one. I mean, it's a little bit on the drab side. Let me just pull that little pearl off. I'm just going to see how this looks if I try and edge this in gold. You know, like sometimes things work really well and sometimes you think, oh my gosh, why did I try that? It remains to be seen how it's going to be on this flower. Okay. That's quite nice, isn't it? Let me just see how a little pearl would look in the centre. I have to take it off the wrapper because the wrapper's so big I can't possibly see past the wrapper. Oh, how cute does that look? Love how that looks. Okay, right, so we can just apply that with the wet glue. And then I'll just wet glue that, oh gosh, pearl down as well. See, now that pearl's stuck on there so well, it now doesn't even want to come up. So, so much for what I was saying. Oh, well, you know, really want to make sure it's glued down properly. It is glued down properly. Didn't even want to come up. Okay. Oh, that is gorgeous. I think that's my favourite one. Yeah, I mean, so it should be, to be honest. It took me long enough, didn't it, to do that one. Right, now the other one, I thought, let's incorporate these birds, I think. So I'm going to tear these out. I'm just going to check because I've got some other birds on here. No, I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to go for these. Right, and do I want anything else in the background is the question. Just having a quick look through the papers that I've got here. I've got the journal cards where we actually made, you know, one of the journal cards. Wonder if I've got my oval punch. Just wondering what sort of, where is my big oval punch? Oh, there it is. Oh gosh. Not big enough at all. I thought, well, I'll just see whether that's, you know, big enough for those birds. What on earth was I thinking? Look at the size of it. Like, titchy. Absolutely titchy. Why would I think that that was going to be the size? It might be okay for this bird. I think it might be okay for this one. So, yeah. Right, let's just cut this down so as I can get to it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Ah. It's not the biggest, it's got to be said. I'm just going to try this circle instead because, oh, perhaps the circle's better, to be honest. Okay. I wanted to use the oval because I really love the ovals, you know. I just think they're somehow a little bit more vintagey looking than the circles. But, yeah, to be honest, it just, you know, there was hardly any bird showing. So I'm probably better off having a circle with more bird. Circle, but with more bird showing. So let's just go around that with the gold. Oh, I love how that looks. That's so pretty. So pretty. Right. Now, again, just seeing what flowers I've got. Oh, I thought perhaps that was going to be big enough to go underneath there and kind of, you know, splay out underneath. Again, what was I thinking? Did I see the size of that? You know, questionable, really. Right. Let's have a look. Ooh, I don't know now. Maybe like that. Again, let me just pull in this. Oh, I've really enjoyed using this trim, I have to say. I think that's my last little piece of it, which is such a shame. It's been really nice to use. Okay. Not sure about that. I'm wondering actually whether I could put a brownish stamp behind or even an orangey type stamp. So let's just have a look and see what I've got here. To be honest, I think maybe actually orange might be better because it would stand out a lot more. Let me just put in my orange ones. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I've got like oranges and reds in here, so they're not strictly not strictly necessarily orange, but have a variety of orange and red. Oops. Oh, come on. Oh, that's quite cute, isn't it? So, yeah, let's just pop these away. Okay. Yeah, I quite like how they look. I was going to check that I wouldn't prefer them coming out at the bottom, actually. Oh, I prefer them at the bottom. Yeah. Okay, right. So let's glue these down. Okie dokie, like that. And let's just glue this. Like that. Okay. Oh, that's so cute, isn't it? And then do we want some lace? I'm just going to tear this edge off because I didn't really want it being so straight as that. Okay, that looks better. Oh, let me just put some gold on here as well. Maybe a bit of gold up the edge as well. Okay, and just see if I can incorporate that lace down there. Not sure about the lace now. Might be better without. Oh, is that just getting really cluttered up now? I think it is, isn't it? Let me just see whether I've got any flowers here. Hold on. Got this. Oh, that's very pink. Very pink, that one. Oh, I don't know now. What's this one? Oh, no, that's a leaf. Yep. That's just a leaf, not a flower at all, in fact. Oh, goodness me, this is annoying. Right. Have got these little black flowers. I don't know about that. Well, to be honest, it goes quite nicely actually with that. So yeah, let's just go for this. So, oh dear, that took a long time, didn't it, to do that? Again, I'm just thinking, sorry, I'm just double checking to see whether I've got any more of the red ones, because that would just go a little bit better probably than the black. Oh. Again, I definitely have, but just not in my container. So yeah, let's just go for the black one. Okay, right. So I've only got 2 little spaces left now. So the snippet roll's coming along really, really nicely. Let's just very quickly try and do these because I feel like now my video's just going on and on forever. So let's just tear this one down that we cut that circle out. I'll punch the circle out because, you know, I hate wasting things. So yeah, let's just see whether we can use this. Maybe on here with the butterfly. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? So yeah, let's just pop this one down like that. And let's just, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I didn't edge this with gold, that's why. Yeah, just was rushing and then totally forgot to ink it at all with the gold. So that's annoying. Again, wondering whether I might have some lace coming out from behind. Or, to be honest, when I tear this down, that might be the time then to add some lace at that point. So I might leave this one and then just add some lace when I actually tear the snippet roll into pieces to use. So, yeah, maybe I'll do that. So I think I'll just have that creativity kind of poking out there. I mean, again, you know, I am rushing this one now because obviously where I've stopped and started the video, I've now lost track a bit of how long I've been filming for. So I don't want to kind of just drag on needlessly. So yeah, I'm kind of just rushing a little bit more now. Right, so we've got this one up here, and yeah, what one should we, or what should we put up here? Let's just have a look. So I was going to have those birds, but I think they're going to be a bit big for this now. We have got that banner, which we could definitely use the banner. Let's have a look. I mean, I could, I guess, have this one going this way, to be honest. No reason why we couldn't do that, is there? So again, let's just edge this. I'll actually remember to edge this one with the gold. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie. And whoops. Just pop this one down here. I'm being a bit smudgy with this, I must admit. Oh dear. Right. Not sure about that. That's possibly a bit weird. Off to the side there, but oh, I'm still hunting for some more flowers. Wouldn't you have thought I would just give up by now? It's because, you know, like, you know, I'm sure that there are some in here somewhere. And they're just, you know, just eluding me at the moment. And of course, the second I stop looking for them, they're going to just appear, aren't they? Because that's just how things go. You know, as soon as you kind of give up and think, oh, you know, I won't bother with that, I'll go with something else, then of course, you're going to see tons of them. Tons and tons. Oh, that's so annoying. Right, okay, let's just, yeah, let's just leave that. I'm going to use this because then, you know, it's just that last piece and it's gone then from my desk. So there's no point just hoarding one little tiny section of the trim, is there? Much as I am tempted to, because I've really loved using it. Yeah, must not hoard little tiny bits like that. Just going to see if I can have any of this on here. Oh, look what I've just spotted. Another little piece. Yeah. So it wasn't the last piece after all. So much for that. I've now got more. Oh, just dragging around. Oh, that's quite pretty. Okay, right. Pop that one on there. Okie dokie. Right. Okay, so that is our snippet roll. And yeah, I will obviously be using this to create some pretty bits of ephemera for inside the journal. So I hope that you like the kit. As I say, it's called King Street and it's available in my Etsy. It's in the two parts, the background pages and the ephemera pieces. So if you wanted to head over and check it out, then that's where you will find it. So yeah, I really hope that you like it. Hope that you like the snippet roll and the beginning anyway of the journal that I'm going to make with it. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.